Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Feminine read for you today, which these days just goes back and forth. I get information for both from each read that I do. Lots of sand art stuff, and I'll pull some cards at the end for you as well. We'll get right into it. It is December 6, 2018. It's a sunny day. I just finished my jog. Sorry I'm a little sweaty and grungy here. This is my natural state. And the information that came through was really cool today. The sand art, let me go through the list of everything from the sand art. Pit bull vomiting, so hopefully someone's dog isn't sick, but ninja turtle, angered, it was kind of funny actually. I was getting a dolphin laughing, or a school of dolphins, but also a dolphin being schooled in purpose, in porpoise, which was it's really funny how spirit comes through sometimes. Dolphin being schooled in porpoise. Genie in a bottle, releasing steam. Jet stream, baby plunger, or what is, the little blue things, the rubber things that suction the mucus out of the baby's mouth. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing a hot air balloon, or someone who's full of hot air. This could be a dolphin, like maybe someone on the dolphin team, or a genie, someone who's named Genie, or someone who's like a genie. Climbing or forming a new mountain to climb. Horseshoes and ringer also came up, as well as Arcturian spy, or a gray possibly. Mary Poppins. Horse and jockey racing, and then I was getting all this stuff that the masculines are doing to keep themselves distracted. Horse and jockey racing. Racing and racing, and then I was getting going the distance. Racing and holding the pace, hoping one day that his memories will fade, blah, blah, blah. Then I was getting rowing a boat, hockey, squash, surfing, boarding, burying his nose in books and paperwork, shredding paperwork, smoothing out white lies, feeding the pigeons, reading to children. Some may be blocked from their children and are blowing off steam. And then I was getting very aroused by a split or a divide, chilling out with eggs, supporting his purpose with emotion, twin purposes aligning, a storm brewing on the other side, grounding purposes, lots of eggs, building a dam, peeing outside in the mountains. Someone could be peeping, because I said that by accident. Somebody might be peeping. There might be some stalking going on, but peeing outside in the mountains, very guy thing to do. And then I was getting a lot, like someone's peeing and peeing and peeing, so they must have been drinking or something. Also piping in sand or water or snow, a waterfall, waterworks, and then alfalfa. I was like literally seeing alfalfa's part from the Little Rascals. And also skiing in the mountains. Also I saw an avalanche and a possible rescue, but I was mostly seeing it as purposeful blasting. Okay, so that's the sand art, and I'm going to get right into the Divine Feminine Masculine read. It is December 6, 2018. The 6 is all about the lovers, and again, this is my perspective of the lovers, is of love, family, and community. It is not if you have the lovers that come up with the passion, yes, that's very sexual, but this is more affection and what's the word I want to use? When it comes up, I'll let you know. But anyway, for me, it's really about affection. So lovers can come up for whoever you're very affectionate with, whether it be your lover or your children or your family members. But the lovers is coming up today with the 3 of Wands. The day adds up to 2911, and 29 is the 3 of Wands. It's about traditionally it's about waiting for your ship to come in. I see it in the twin flame journey as being present, so your present moment, allowing things to come to you. Okay, so this is about your lover, allowing your lover to come to you. So very beautiful energy. I was out jogging. It was really beautiful and sunny. The sun was, it's amazing the colors that you see now in the sun, just beautiful. Make sure you get some sunlight on you, whether it's on your bare skin or your eyes. Don't look directly into the sun, but around it, to get that the codes coming in as well as the light energy. I remembered, and I don't, like I said, I don't usually remember my dreams, and I've been remembering dreams all week. So maybe what I'm doing is helping with my third eye stuff. with the lemon and the MSM, and I think there's something else I started. But I had a dream about being with my daughter this morning. It was strange stuff. One of the things was changing like this really fancy camera setup. Like there's 5 different lens caps that she was putting on, the 5 different lenses. Okay, so different perspectives. And then my daughter, she called me right before I started this. We have to do something over the phone today. Oh, that's what we're going to do. We're going to deal with the marketplace today, the insurance stuff. So that might be coming up for you as well with your kids as well, if you have grown children. Or if not, it's all on you with your younger children. For the Divine Feminine, the read was done at 10:16 to 10:18 is when I completed it. The major arcana were the Chariot and Ascension. Ascension, what's Ascension in this one? Right, the Ascension card is the world in the Syrian star seed, and then the Chariot is the Chariot. But often I see the Chariot as Ascension, okay, because, you know, there's no wheels in this Chariot. They go up. So there were 2 swords, 3 wands, 2 cups, 2 pentacles, for very perfectly distributed. And the only court cards were the Page of Swords, which can be a message or news, but also can be a person or a child. And also the Knight of Cups came up as well. The numbers 1199 came up, so a lot of endings into new beginnings. Very powerful right now. As well as 1, 6, and 1, 9. So 1619, the year 1619 came up specifically, and 16 and 19 were part of the read too. I wrote down 1016 for the read, and then I wrote down 1019. So that year is important, 1619. And then 2322, and then 19 again, like I said. So there may be, I was getting something significant for the December 16th and December 19th, having to do with the Chariot. So whether it's, you need to take your car in for repairs or you need to go somewhere on those days, the 16th and the 19th were coming up. Also, it's all about using your intuition. So about the 16th and the 19th, look into your intuition to see what it's telling you what you need to do on the 16th. And don't forget, use your muscle testing as well. It was so quick. Yesterday was, you know, the energies were harsher for me yesterday. And when I went to bed, I went to check my chakras. So you, with your left hand, you know, put it on each chakra and then do the muscle testing. And all my chakras were shot when I went to bed last night. And all I did was do the cross body tapping to reorganize your energies and realign, and all my chakras went right back into alignment. So some really simple things you can do to test your chakras at any time and to realign yourself. So this is one of them, because when you cross your arms, you're realigning the energies from the masculine and the feminine sides of your body, okay? And also the Tarzan, so it's the Tarzan and thymus, and then under your ribs for your digestion and your adrenals. Okay, so you can realign those by tapping them take some deep breaths and tap them for a few minutes, or just 30 seconds to a minute. So it was all about your intuition and the coding today. This, like I said, the 16th and the 19th are special nights, so to look into that to see what it is for you. But I was getting this energy of go on those days. For the Divine Feminine, using your intuition. The Tower exposed, go to the car dealer using your intuition, or the year, I looked up the year 1619. 1619 is the year that slavery started in the U.S. You know, it's so random that year came up. It was a Dutch ship that brought 20 African slaves into the British colony of Jamestown, Virginia. And it was called a man-of-war ship on August 20th, 1619. And the point was actually Point Comfort at Fort Monroe. So really cool. Some of the other stuff that happened that year, just out of curiosity, since a specific year was coming up, which never happens. Ferdinand II elected Holy Roman Emperor. That was August 28th. August 27th, Frederick van Pult, chosen King of Bohemia. And then on 11/4, Frederick V crowned King of Bohemia. 8/8, Duke Maximilian I and Emperor Ferdinand II signs Treaty of München, or München, I don't know how it's pronounced. München, it's M-U-N-C-H-E-N. July 30th, House of Burgesses, Virginia forms, first elective American governing body. On June 10th, 30 years war, Battle of Zablati, a turning point in the Bohemian revolt. There's a lot of stuff about Bohemia here. And then June 24th, Tsar Mikhail's father, Filaret, becomes Patriarch of Moscow. Okay, so just some interesting information from 1619, the year that slavery started in the United States. Also, in the coding came through the 1, or S9, which for me is just codes for Sophia 9. It's the feminine godhead, okay? Expose the divine feminine, that the divine feminine is good at ascension using their intuition. So it's kind of giving you props. Also, it's getting, for the masculine energy, sudden asinine knight rides in on a chariot for the divine feminine, and to make sure to use your intuition with this, okay? And 19 was coming up with this as well, which is the sun or the masculine energy, but also exposure. Also, when I put it in the system, there was lots of tarot card definitions coming up in the codes. The first entry was just about the chariot, and it was titled the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, but it was defining more that the Ace of Swords and the Chariot have very similar qualities of success and achievement, decisive, winning, getting it done. And then again in this header, slavery came up again. So slavery is a big point for wounds and clearing today, okay? So to get into the read for the divine feminine and divine masculine, and it was just 12/3, December. 12 is 3, and it's December. It's all about wisdom. Again, the hangman. And when I was getting the hangman, I was called to, I have an inversion table for my back, and I was called to go on it. I haven't been on it for a while, and it really helped with my back. So there may be some of you with back issues who may be called to invert, because it really helps, you know, with your alignment, pull it back the other way. So you might want to try that, especially if you keep getting the hangman card, now that I've said that. The Page of Swords starts out the read. Spying and the King of Cups reversed, Devil comes up here. And for me, immediately military ownership was coming up, and slavery, okay? To be vigilant and a spy, you must be emotionally detached and have a dark side. So this is one of the masculine wounds, okay? Don't forget, masculine is also part of the feminine, okay? So whether it is the masculine or it's your masculine side, it can relate to either one, and vice versa for the masculine. Any of the feminine energies relate to you as well. News or messages come in suddenly from a wounded warrior not expressing their feelings about a possible downturn or bad luck lately, could be at work, or in a turn of events. The wounded warrior is grieving or thinking about causing others grief and fighting a battle, refusing to be the victim and therefore becoming more victimized, boldly moving into an offer of money or new life that could possibly be refused. Because the person they're offering, why should they believe he will be different than before? This is the energy that was coming up. The new moon fleshes out the enemy, trying to take your bliss, divine feminine, your freedom, your youthful inspiration. Okay? Right? So remember, you can only be a victim if you allow someone to victimize you. Okay? Don't allow them to take away your bliss, your happiness, your family legacy, your youthful inspiration. That was coming up, and that can be for the divine masculine or divine feminine. Don't allow the people around you who don't want you to be happy to victimize you. You know, you don't have to feed into it. Then the wedding card comes up as the underlying energy, which is just about this situation involves marriage. Underneath the wedding card was, it is safe for you to love, for the divine feminine. The divine feminine is longing for the King of Wands affection, who has silenced her in order to retain control. He may have scarring on his left ribs, or adrenal problems on the left side, or an implant there, an etheric implant, connected to his twin cord, possibly causing left side pain, and also could be blocking connection with the twin. The Queen of Swords needs to clear military wounds, blocking her from seeing her twin clearly. Wounds of death and mourning are coming up here. Parting in the middle of a disagreement, never to see each other again. Choosing war over love. Choosing family and society over love for the Divine Masculine. May and not have been his choice, right? But always choosing these things over the Divine Feminine, okay? And this is the wound of the Divine Feminine. And it was just 1525. 15 is the devil and 25 is the Knight of Wands, okay? Which is very much the passionate soldier, okay? And the devil. And how, you know, the devil made me do it. That's definitely the energy coming up here. Especially with slavery and war and mourning and all the death that's involved with war. So again, there's an issue between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, of the Divine Masculine always choosing these things. Family, war, society, what looks right above the Divine Feminine, okay? Domestic harmony comes up as underlying energy as well, and underneath that, teaching and learning to be balanced at home. And that's within your own body as well. The Queen of Swords holds the light of truth, reaping beautiful fruits of her labor of love. Sowing the seeds of love came up, the song. I haven't heard that in a while. Also then wine and burgundy came up. Sowing the seeds of love. I can't even remember the tune anymore. But anyway, that came up. Also wine and the color burgundy darkens the magenta in the Divine Masculine's foundation and lineage. Royal lines of defending himself and his home to the people. Aggressive crowds with scorpionic stings. Transformation is deadly. So understand this, and Spirit's connecting with me for the Divine Masculine. He may see transformation as something that will kill him. The current royal lines of the Divine Feminine bring up these fears of the crowds. And remember, and then that brought up the song from Jesus Christ Superstar, when he's like the crowds are now have turned against him now, and Spirit's Jesus connecting with me. And it wasn't even a fear that now comes out of Jesus, it was his sadness that the crowds were now against him because they were in fear. But it's the fear of the Divine Masculine being exposed to this, along with the spying and the vigilance of royalty and slavery, status, polarities. Royalty always requiring strong protection, right? They need military to defend their property and their power. And then there's the little people and wounded warriors of the hierarchy must stoop to spying and vigilance to be heard, to have their voices heard, not being heard. With comfort and wealth, there is boredom, which is time in this life to ground and integrate that life. With discomfort, there has been war, the battle for peace, to come back to 0 point. Victims are only victims if they allow someone else to take or steal their peace from them. The perpetrator is only such if they allow others to deem them unworthy of blessings and grace. Take away the fear, and I was getting connection here, and the royal extend their time and love to help others change their energy, their outlook, and their perspectives. As the collective hits bottom, connecting to source, their higher perspective, to enlighten their journey, learn by their intuition, expansion of love, and example of others that they wish to emulate. Both polarities, patient with the other, learning to walk in another's shoes. And burgundy stockings. So someone might have a pair of wine or burgundy stockings. Or it could be instead of saying the shoes, that the stockings that the old Divine Masculine used to have to walk in, okay? Too much of anything, even the sun, is bad for you, or bad for us. Everything in moderation. Exposure of royal lineage and arranged marriages, separating the twins to keep domestic or to keep your home or domestic societal norms at peace, okay? So twins were kept separated to keep the peace according to what looks right to society. So then this is all in the underlying energy that's coming up. So in the recent past, the Nine of Wands comes up, the wounded warrior. There is no fight left, as secrets and spying are exposed to family for integration of this information. And what is the right thing to do in a marriage when they find out, in a marriage or a commitment to family legacy, patterns, or traditions? What do you do in this situation when they found out that the Divine Masculine is already spiritually married to a much higher commitment of love? The foundation for the Divine Feminine and the energies that were coming up around this time were Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, and Taurus. Recovering financially, or in a practical way, after leaving a job, not earning enough at a job, or not getting along with others at a certain job or the work that they're doing, there's now a new offer of money or a new life for the Divine Feminine. The diamond in the rough. Centrally, there's a big rush of emotions as sweet judgment awakens the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups reverse, great sorrow. Judgment by the sexy Queen of Wands and a harsh magician. The challenge for the Divine Feminine is the Chariot, boldly charging forward when a zebra doesn't change its stripes. The doctor and the single patient, the comfortable hermit or the old man with the young girl, the lover and the rich girl, or the loner and the rich girl. The magician no longer bored, wanting to integrate and start over in love. Cut to the chase, sweep her off her feet and walk away, back to being the King of Pentacles on his high horse. Of detached friendship? Or is he now on nature's throne? Now for the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine sits present with his inner child, the Divine Masculine's inner child, or the child that she's already seen is to be theirs. In murky 4D fires, but with only one flame. Spirit's connecting with me. Cupid is urging her, the Divine Feminine, and the Divine Masculine's inner child to stand naked in their glory, rising above injustices of the world, all the lying, the cheating, the stealing, also the running away from a beautiful new life. The Emperor out of control due to exposure to force him to sit in his uncomfortable emotions and feelings of instability, to release his ego, to find the new home, the source of stability that is in his heart and his connection to his higher self, his twin. The energies that came up here were Libra, Sagittarius, Aries, Cancer, and Virgo. The Queen of Wands, which is definitely all three were coming up, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So the Queen of Wands could be any of those. Maybe judgmental, could be drinking or making potions, manifesting suffering, a plan to strong-arm, kidnap, or use a one-night stand. The masculine King of Pentacles into a healthy offer. She may be trying to strong-arm the masculine into a healthy offer that he won't be able to refuse, or guilt him into getting rid of his twin flame lover and come back to work to take care of the Leo and her family. So Leo is specifically coming up there, but it could be any of the fire signs. There may be this Leo planning to get him while away on vacation with palm trees, where he won't be able to escape her sexual advances. Actually, there may be a lot of fire energies attacking the Divine Masculine from all sides, because I was definitely getting a lot of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. There may be an offer of love that makes the Divine Feminine cry in a good way, charged by a big move. Also, the Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine may need to move with children and settle into a new home. A King of Pentacles may want to offer a friendship or something practical to do the right thing, now that a Leo is out of the picture, but may be too ashamed to come back to work, or a King of Pentacles returning to work with his tail between his legs, not wanting to see a Leo or the family, or not wanting to continue pretending to be strong at work to give the impression of the perfect family. And here Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, and Gemini were coming up. Soon for the Divine Feminine, the Knight of Wands rushes back to the twin, or to choose a path using manipulation, because he still may be a little bit in that energy, due to insecurities in order to end pain, but may end up instead the the um, the rushing in with good intention could end up to feel for the Divine Feminine more like a betrayal, or just possibly back pain from too much activity being out and about. Also, mental illness may be coming up here for some, whether it's just in their family or with them or the Divine Masculine's family. The Divine Feminine is coming up seeing herself as the Six of Pentacles, protecting her from new information, her clarity, standing firm in her truth and her decisions, of letting go of patchwork, no longer needing to cover things up to make them look nice, balancing time and money. And the cards that came up specifically for the Divine Feminine today were all about children and past life relationship. So I was not only getting your soulmate connection to your children, but also your children may be meeting a twin or a deep soulmate. So around the Divine Feminine is the Ace of Wands, defenseless to passion or aflame, burdened in a weak commitment or marriage. There's a Taurus that's standing strong and Spirit's connecting with me, and Leo may be out of control, playing the burdened victim of marriage. A lot of frustration and anger in a commitment, contract, or marriage of the wounded warrior with a new passion with their balanced twin. There's a small message or news that may be painful, but ends the cycle of pain. There's a new life for the Divine Feminine now that they're balanced. The Masculine may take a step back to find happiness and peace on his own for a moment. Still a little swordy energy between them to clear, but very close to alignment. He is now starting to open up. Clear blocks about the world, about foreigners, and completing things. There's a message of love to end a family cycle of discontent and no affection and possible stubbornness or not working. Or the issue about feeling like people have to work. It shouldn't be work, it should be love. Whatever you love to do, it is no longer work. And it's all about using intuition, about a romantic tie moving forward to a sexual relationship, and a strong, happy family co-creating without shame or guilt that you can work it out. To get your wish by letting go of anxiety about keeping up appearances and being insincere or jealous. This goes both ways for the masculine and the feminine. Finding satisfaction on your own in order to find peace, and maybe some dolphins. The worst is over in the journey of healing, a third party, Aquarius, Leo, or Gemini for peace. The Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles are now separated. Both happily separated, and time for a new life of contentment for all parties involved. All right, so really beautiful energy coming out here. And I'm going to pull you some oracle cards as well. It just ended on 28. Perfect, twin flames. And my address, 28. All right, and that's also the masculine energy, number 1. Okay, so we have the Ascension deck. Take a deep breath, everyone. That was a beautiful read, and there has never been a read like anything like that one up to this point. So we are definitely moving forward, guys. Okay. All right. Have faith, okay, in who you are. You know what your knowing is. Can you deny who you are and what you've been through? No. When you come out into 3D all of a sudden feel like you're back in the normal life again, you start to question yourself, but this is where you're being tested on your knowing. Okay? So for the Ascension deck, ready? Okay, what is the advice for everyone from the Ascension deck? What does everyone need to know? What is the advice for everyone here for the highest good of all is concerned? What does everyone need to know? Okay, we have the bottom of the deck is 6, number 6, perfect for the lovers today. The Mahatma energy. Okay, underlying energy 6 of love, family, and community, of affection, of affinity for others. The affirmation is I invoke the Mahatma energy to flow through me. This is, and the Mahatma energy is all about Christ, Buddha, Atlantis, the 12 rays, group consciousness. The golden white Mahatma energy is once more available. You're invited to draw to it through your chakra system to the earth. It'll raise your frequency to help the planet. and you will leave gold. It'll help you to leave golden white footsteps wherever you go. Send it to others to accelerate their ascension. So this is referencing, you know, that Jesus was holding you the whole time. You know, the footprints in the sand. Where were you when I asked you for help? And spirits and Jesus is connecting with me. Okay, so El Moria is the card that you got, number 44, which is the weight of the world upon your shoulder, Atlas. It's also the Four of Cups. Okay, and Four of Cups is not only just about not getting what you want or about boredom, but it's also about grounding and integration. There's a purpose for boredom, okay? It's time to integrate, be patient. 44 is an 8 of manifesting, of inner and outer strength, of staying at 0 point. El Moria is the koan of the first ray of action. He is helping us with the changes ahead and our opportunities for ascension. He is a member of the White Brotherhood and originates from Mercury. El Moria will soon become the Manu, the perfected man, or whom the new root race of humanity with its 12 strands of connected and active DNA will be based. In drawing this card, you're asked to lead by example, employing the self-discipline, strength, and integrity of the ascended masters that you are. You are reminded to use your power for the highest good, and the affirmation is, I stand in my power. Okay, and Spirit's still connecting with me. Okay, so really important, don't forget who you are and what your power is. All right, from the past life deck, take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, so what is the advice for everyone? From the past life, from the knowledge of the past, what do we need to know today for the highest and best good of all those concerned? We have baby at the bottom. Okay, and like I said, babies were definitely coming up with the suction and reading to children. And this baby's in a nest, so it's about the baby bird. Also is coming up with the Divine Masculine's inner child, and also the child that some of you, like myself, some of us has actually seen children that we're meant to have. And just personally, I've seen all of my children before they were born, so this is quite normal for me. The cards that came out for you guys are Health and Scribe or Writer. Okay, so this is all about how in the past how we looked at health and how we dealt with our emotions, and we didn't have TV and radio and all that stuff, so we used the pen a lot to deal with our emotions, which is why journaling is so helpful. You know, it's tactile. I mean, there's something, you're connecting all of you, not just your mental body, your emotional body, but your physical body and your spiritual body. Everything comes together in journaling. This is why I do my read in the way that I do, because once I do the read, because there's so many cards, actually from journaling my read, I get more messages coming through, okay? So that connects you. And it's all about health and medicine. What did we use for medicine before that still should be used today or should be brought back today in the Kundalini rising? Okay, this is definitely about that energy. How do we use our Kundalini energy for the best health? And how do we use writing and journaling also? And there's also a seal in this and a message. Someone may be getting a message or getting a delivery. Candles are lit here as well as books, dictionaries, Bibles. Make sure you use knowledge wisely, but more importantly, using your intuition in combination with it. Okay? For the journey of love, everyone take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay. Alright, what is the advice from the journey of love for everyone watching today? For the highest and best good of all those concerned and everyone watching. From here in all directions, across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities, for the highest good of all those concerned. What is our advice? No? What is the advice for everyone for the highest good of all those concerned? What is the advice? Okay. Perfect. And the bottom of the deck is number 47, soft. All right, 47 is 7 of Cups, heaven in their eyes. This is very soft. This is about ovaries. And the pearls of wisdom. Card that came out The Lovers. They're very black and white of it, with a little bit of burgundy. It's number 57, the Three of Swords. And from the energy from the read today, it was really about resolving the Three of Swords situation so that all parties can find peace. Okay? The Lovers and the Flower. Everybody finds peace. Okay? And I'm going to read that to you. 57. All right. The Lover simply says, yes, it's love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. Makes the mind mad with a misunderstanding and breaks it open to enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings a message of love, love, love. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and the goddess of love and paint the town red, or maybe burgundy. Play in passionate embrace with love, with life as your lover, and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you are capable of handling. And the poem says, love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow, or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet undefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly and feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, dance, and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. Love can live and grow seemingly forever, or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. Okay? And I had written just on this page from a long time ago the number 6 underneath this. So really beautiful. The message there was, it's just all about love. Period. And we're at 3707. the King of Cups and the Chariot. Okay, and I'm going to pull you one more card from the old Rider-Waite. Just some final energy for you guys to leave with. Okay, we have a lot about 6 and love today, and solving the three-way heartbreak situations. Okay. What is the energy for the best and highest good of all those concerned? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What is the last energy? What is the last energy that we need to know? What do we need to know? Huh. Very interesting. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. All right? And I'm not saying any of this is negative. I'm saying the 8 of Cups as we've learned to sit in our emotions. It's okay to deal with our emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to run away from your emotions. Okay? Because the card underneath that, you see, is you're in your knowing. Okay? This is not for in the Ascension journey. This may be not feeling like you have enough information, but on your journey, this is about knowing. You don't need to know because you already do. Okay? It's okay to sit in your emotions. This is the underlying energy. It's okay to have been in a third-party situation where nobody was really at fault. Okay? It was difficult for everyone concerned. The 4 cards came out. Here they are. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups reversed, which again is emphasizing the third-party situation. All right, and the Passion, the Ace of Wands. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles, and then the 6 of Cups reversed, which is about the negative past. Okay, it's also about the past returning to the present. It's about overindulgences and maybe over-isolating, and to find your passion, and daydreaming about what you've now built and how you want to go forward with it, how you want to bring a negative past and flip it around into the present so that then you're here. Okay? Which is your twin union. But right now it's about your kids as well. Okay? So some of your children, you know, in separations and divorces, there's always some difficulties with the children adjusting, so they may very well be this. You know, maybe having a hard time with the children. Okay? This is also about, you know, difficult childhood. Okay? It's about reconciling that last little bit of air energy that I was telling you may still be between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. It was just 4004, which is the Page of Cups and the Emperor. Aren't they opposing forces? Pure divine love and control. It's not that the Emperor has negative intentions. He may be a very good man, but we know it's not really about needing to be in control. I'm going to show you the picture of the Divine Feminine real quick. Okay. This is the Divine Feminine and Masculine read. Okay. Alright. So you guys, rise and be loved. It was just 4044, so lots of fours are coming up again. Drink your water. Okay? Ground yourself and just do what makes you happy. Walk in the mountains if you need to. Okay? Everyone, rise and be loved. Have an amazing, amazing day. It was a beautiful read. Okay? Take care.